All right, what's goody great hoodie, man? It's your boy Leak,
And your boy Jay.
and welcome back to episode 3 of the Obvious Leak.
How y'all?
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. Go, no, go ahead, bro.
man, it's the NBA season is back. We got basketball.
Yeah,
We got a lot of game surprises. Got a lot of disappointments. Got a couple injuries here and there. So we just gonna update y'all as we go. You know, my boy, my co-host Lee got the schedule, so he gonna run it down and we gonna break it down for y'all. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes, sir, yes, sir. If I'm not mistaken, this is our first episode that we've recorded since the season has restarted.
Yes, it has, and
Lovely.
it is. And man, there's been some. Man, have there been surprises looking at these records and these scores?
Yeah, that um. It's yeah. This bubble has not been what honestly, it's not been what I expected in the positive way, and I love it.
I mean, you know what, I can agree to that. I can agree to that, and I would say that to a certain extent because I thought certain players and certain teams would be better, but you know, for them they have their set reason, which we will get into, later as we go on. Cause
Yeah. We'll get
so
into it a little
yeah,
bit later. So we want to first start out telling you guys our personal top 10 players in the bubble. I saw Comic Howard make a list, and that's what inspired me. Honestly, his list was I don't know, bro. I definitely disagree with a lot of the people on that list, but it definitely gave me a good idea on more of a personal giving some people the you know the respect that they deserve but have not been getting, and just the appreciation of what they're bringing to this restart, to this bubble, and giving the fans exactly what we wanted more.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'ma just it's gonna get very analytical over here, so I'm gonna let my boy Lee Lee can go first, and I'll follow up, and then we
Yeah.
can talk about it as after we can see why who made it here and who landed here. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Did you want to start from 10 to 1, or did you want to do 1 to 10?
Ooh, I mean we can do one. Oh, let's do 1 to 10,
1 to
because then
10?
you can know at the 10, we can do the honorable mentions instead of unless you want to do the honorable mentions first, then go from 10 to 1.
What?
I mean, let's go one. Which one to do?
It don't
It's
matter.
either
It
or.
don't matter, bro. You pick. You
Let's do one. Let's do 1 to 10. Let's do 1 to 10.
starting with number 1, TJ Warren. TJ Warren is the best player in the bubble, if you ask me. This man is averaging 40. He's only had one game in this bubble that was not 30 plus, and I believe he scored 17 points, if I'm not mistaken. That was his second to most recent game. Today, as we're recording, this man just dropped another 30 something piece on the Lakers.
39
39, yeah, another
against
39
my
against the
yeah
Lakers.
39.
And he scored the last 7 to seal the game. TJ Warren's been amazing, bro. And it all started with the 53-point game against the 76ers while Ben Simmons was guarding him, who is an all NBA defender. It obviously showed that he came to play. You got he's obviously stepped up in a big way with Oladipo, who has just recently came back, Malcolm Brogdon, who's also just recently came back. Shout out to both of them as well. They had good games tonight against the Lakers as well. But also with no Sabonis, so TJ Warren's taking that role at the 4 for Sabonis, and look at him. I mean, just look at what he's doing, and they're winning games.
Feel that? I feel that. Are we going back and forth, or
Yeah,
you just want
yeah,
to go?
yeah. Back and forth.
Well, for me, number one, I got James Harden. And
Interesting.
the reason I have James Harden because he's averaging 34, 9, and 8 with 3 steals a game. And for one, everybody talks about James Harden's on-ball defense and this, that, and the third. James Harden's going down and literally guarding the 1 through 5.
Mm.
He's literally been guarding the 1 through 5. And believe this or not, he has the highest. He's the it said and look it instead look he's the best low block defender and probably the best scorer. So when you have the best scorer and probably the best low block defender playing. I know it's early, of course. I don't expect him to keep this up, but the fact he's doing that and averaging almost 3 steals and a block a game with the almost 30-point triple double without having a center. Don't get me wrong, TJ Warren is doing his thing at the 4 and everything, but man, it's just like, don't get me wrong, he's averaging 4. He's playing phenomenal. He's playing great.
Yes, he is.
But it's just like Harden kind of looks like he wants that another MVP right now. So it's yeah, that's the numbers Harden is putting up on both sides of the ball, which is it's always been a big thing for me. If you can do it on both sides of the ball consistently and about who they play, he's had to guard Porzingis, he's had to guard Giannis. He honestly, if you watch the game, anybody could test me. That last 1 minute 30, he said Giannis couldn't do nothing with him because people forget Harden is a big body. Like that's that famous spin move he was doing. He had 2-3 steals off Giannis right there. So not only did he close the game on the offensive end, he took the responsibility of guarding the best player on the defensive end. So that right there made me like, yeah, he's the best player in the bubble to me.
I feel that. I can respect that. Because I'm going to go over my number 2. My number 2, James Harden. So I definitely, everything you said was spot on. You know, he's definitely scoring. Yeah, he's definitely, he's averaging the second most highest behind TJ Warren. But he's also, yeah, like you said, like probably the best defender right now in this bubble. You cannot, Rockets are on all cylinders, and he's definitely the anchor behind it. Like you say, he clamped up Giannis in those last few possessions to seal their win. He's had to guard from 1 to 5. He's a big body. He's scoring. He looks recharged. He looks refreshed after losing those 20 or so pounds and having this long break. He's looking like, yeah, I'm back. You know, a lot of people talk about LeBron and Kawhi being refreshed. A lot of people are not mentioning James Harden. He definitely looks like he's here and he wants that chip. And him and Russ are going to do everything they can to go get it.
And yeah, that's another thing. What was the game they just played without? Was it the game against the Bucks they played without Russ?
It was it was the Lakers if I'm not mistaken. It was the Lakers. Yeah.
So he went from playing 1 to guarding Anthony Davis. So it's like no, he was on some magic. He was on some magic stuff. Know what I'm saying? And they're 3-1. They're 3. I can't remember who they lost to. So they're 3-1.
I think they lost to. Was it Toronto? Was it?
It might have been Toronto. It might have been. And it's my number 2 is TJ Warren. I mean, it's like this, y'all. The man gets buckets. Like there's no simple way. Like you say, he's playing the 4. He's playing the 4 like 6'7". The man that was traded for some coins somebody better get this man a contract. But my thing is do you think he's gonna keep it up in the playoffs?
Yo, that is the big question, and I think he will. I really do, because I feel like they're running the offense through him. And so somebody's going to have to put that ball in the hoop. While Oladipo and Brogdon can do it, I think they're like, yo, TJ, bro, you've been the high hand. I want you to go ahead and do this. A lot of teams are going to have to make the adjustments. And it really all depends on who the matchup is against, because let me look this up right quick just so I can fact check it.
Yeah, while you fact checking that, let me give y'all one stat. Like you say, he's averaging almost 40, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and get this, y'all. 2 steals and 2 blocks a game with a 4-1 record.
I got it right here. Yeah, right now they're the 5th seed, and that's what I thought. And the 4th seed is also who I thought. So if this was the start now, they would be playing the Miami Heat, and that's going to cause for a crazy mismatch, because obviously him and Jimmy have bad blood, and Jimmy's going to want to guard him, and so TJ's going to have to come ready. But I guess we'll get a small
We'll see that next week.
We'll get a small sample of that on Monday, right? It's Monday, right?
I'm telling y'all, I'm calling it right now. If Jimmy plays, TJ Warren won't have that 39, 35.
Jimmy Butler also say he's on track to be ready to play. So
Jimmy might go for the 30 on him.
Yeah,
it would be honest.
I think TJ Warren's gonna outplay Jimmy.
I think
for two reasons though. I feel like because the Miami Heat have such a widespread team, Jimmy, Jimmy does it. He's probably not. He's not always the highest scoring player anyway.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah. That's the reason. That's one reason why I said. Plus, hey man, he called that man T.J. Warren really trash. He said he does not need to be in this league. I don't think you might think Jimmy got the personal grudge, but TJ is like, okay, I'm ready for this, just like you are, dude.
But my thing is another reason I would say, I don't think TJ Warren's gonna go as stupid as everybody says. The one game he had, to play against the team for cash consideration, they lost to, and we're gonna get to them. They lost to Phoenix, and I'm gonna definitely touch on Phoenix
Yeah,
a
I will too.
lot.
I
I'm
will.
gonna
Yeah, I will
definitely
too.
touch it because the boy, the most Kobe-esque player in the league right now. I'm gonna say that about him as much as we can. He guarded him. He only hold him to 20.
Since you kind of hinted towards him, and you've already mentioned your number two. My number three player is Devin Booker. And I have to give it to him because they're the only undefeated team in this bubble. Devin Booker is obviously the main reason behind that. The man just hit a game winner over Kawhi and Paul George. I'm tired of seeing Paul George get messed up on game winners.
Man, that's my dog too.
Yeah, that's my boy. But yeah, we'll touch on him a little later too. But yeah, Devin Booker is definitely the anchor behind it. This is actually the first 4-game winning streak he's had in his whole career, and that is sad. Phoenix, y'all got to do better. Y'all see what this man is doing. Everyone, the big question has always been, can he do what he does in the playoffs? Because he's always wanted that chance. Y'all see what he's doing. That man is hungry for the playoffs, and he's going to be in that play-in tournament. And I love it. I love to see what he's doing. I definitely like it. He's definitely playing his ass off, and I got to get him third best player in the bubble.
I do not have Devin Booker that high on my list, and there's and the numbers, and I mean the numbers speak for themselves. But I'm not gonna discard him. I'm gonna get to him when I see him. But number 3, I have Damian Lillard, averaging 31, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block a game. So, and with a 3-2 record. Yes, he tricked 2 free throws, the other day and everything. But one thing I know about Dame. If you give him them free throws 90, 100 times, that's the one time he's gonna miss both of them. In that situation, in that light moment, Dame always shines, and it's proven. I mean, if he makes them 2 free throws, he go into overtime list starting team, and I feel like they become 4-1. But it didn't, and they're in the 3-2, and they look like they want that AC much so, and if Dallas and Grizzlies keep leaving, they might end up get to 7. So it's like with him being.
I think the Mavericks already locked in a 7 seed.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh shoot, the Grizzlies keep BS and they gonna mess around and get that 8 spot. And
but the Grizzlies not gonna make it, bro. The way they play.
And we definitely gonna have to touch about them. But yeah, number 3, I got Dame because he's been playing phenomenal. And don't get me wrong, we've been saying Luke is the best point guard, but to me right now, I think it has to be Dame. And in the game in and game out, fourth quarter, from guarding the 1 and 2 at 6'2", 6'3", getting that block a game, getting that steal a game, grabbing 5 boards, and pouring in 31, but also getting your 11 assists. Getting your teammates involved and playing. Making sure everybody touching the rock, getting their shots, so while he's still getting his, being a big part of that team, and not backing down from anybody. All that factors to me is like, you know what? Yeah, you can get that third spot, dude. You can definitely get that third spot.
I'm not mad at that. Damian Lillard's my 4th, so I'm not mad at all. Yeah, he's definitely coming to play. For the Portland Trailblazers, I believe they started this bubble out 4 games behind the Grizzlies, and while they've been winning, the Grizzlies have been losing. Damian Lillard's been the anchor behind it. It's crazy because I was talking to a friend of mine, and we was playing 2K against each other. And we was talking, we was like, why does Damian Lillard have a playmaking takeover badge? And then we thought about it. We was like, while Dame is a great shooter and an amazing shot creator, it's because he does do the playmaking to set up the people up. He may not be the main person doing the assisting all the time, But he is the one that's setting. He's getting the pass to assists. He's the one that's passing the ball to CJ, and CJ is the one that's giving it to the big man or something like that. Like Dame is really setting a lot of people up. So when you mentioned the playmaking of Dame, it really I was like, wow, that's crazy because I was just talking about that. And of course, the nigga scoring too. He's definitely a lethal scorer. He's yeah. Excuse what he did tonight against the Clippers. Two bad free throws. I don't know how he missed it, but Dame is still known for probably. Dame is still the most clutch player in this bubble. If you ask
Yeah,
me, yeah.
and to
If
me,
you, yeah,
if you ask me, them 2 minutes, my bad for cutting you, but them
No, you
two
good. You
missed
good.
free throws. Everybody knows if you played a hard game, you get dead legs, and and you can tell off his lift, and that's another thing. I pay attention to Dame. Is my brother's second favorite player. So if anything he says about Dame, I kind of pay attention to it because that's his boy. He's been preaching about Dame since the rookie of the year. So he's had tell off his lift, it was more arm and everything. So yeah, that's gonna come with him. I guarantee you, Dame's the type of player that if he sees something messed up like that in a game, he probably went and shot 100, maybe 150, 200 free throws right after the game. Like, he did his talking with the press conference. We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna talk about that press conference and probably went and
Yeah.
shot some. So yeah, he's my number 3. And you say he's your number 4?
Yeah, he's my number 4.
My number 4 is Giannis. My number 4 is Giannis because
Mm.
not only Giannis is averaging 30, 6 assists, and 13 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals a game. Like I said, you're doing it on both sides of the floor. And one thing about Giannis, now that I've looked up and saw Giannis, I think we talk about Dame's the clutchest player. Giannis is the 3rd clutchest player in the league right now. His numbers say because, like I said, that 2 dribble spin move to the bucket, you either gotta foul him or you just hope he makes it. And his awareness, his IQ is getting so much better, which I love to see. And it's sad to say I figured it out against when he played Miami, where Jimmy Butler was out and Bam had 5 fouls. So what he did, he got into that game in the whole 4th quarter. He just attacked, cleared out, and attacked. Because it was either you was going to double him or he was going to have the ability to pass out. So him having that, I don't want to say a point guard awareness, but having that awareness, okay, their best defender on me is about to foul out. Let me just keep attacking. And it was at one point, I think his coach was about to draw up a play. He went to the coach and said, no, like let me do this real quick. And if it doesn't work, then we can come back to what you're saying. And for the coach, I keep forgetting the coach name. League, what's the coach name?
For
the Bucks.
Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah, he trusts Giannis so much. He said, "You know what? You're right. We gonna let you run this offense." And what happened was, I think it was like 111 to 113 at one point. And next thing I know, it was like 111 to 125. Giannis literally played, made, and scored, dictated that whole entire 4th quarter. And so, I mean, they're 2-3 right now. Well, it's only, like I said, it's only been 5 games, so it's nothing to be too distressed about. They locked the 1st seed up yet again behind him, so it's like you lock up the 1st seed. Your IQ in the 4th quarter, your scoring and passing ability. His passing is getting better, people. The pull-up 3 is getting better, people. His all-around game is getting better, and it shows that he's not just a one dribble dunk. He's actually putting the ball on the floor with a little bit of handle, a little bit of finesse. Don't get me wrong, he's still a 2 dribble dunk on everybody, but his 30 points, I think it's like 5, 7. I think it's 5. I think it's between 5 and 8 of his points are outside of the paint now. Now that may not look like a lot, but last year it was only like maybe 2 or 4 points are from outside of the paint. So he's expanded his range and his offense with that jump shot, the fadeaway, the pull up, the float. Like, so he's getting more arsenal in his game. So yeah, for all that reason, I feel like Giannis is the 4th best player in the bubble right now.
I can understand that. It's gonna be weird saying this, but I don't have Giannis nearly as high, and that's not to disrespect, but I feel like it's more, and even call me crazy, but a lot of the stuff, a lot of the way I based it was, I mean, a majority of it was based off of the hype, and like everything you're saying, I do not disagree with it whatsoever. I think, more so, like I said, what I'm doing, like I guess how I based mine was team impact and how they came in and took advantage of opportunities. And so it's going to be weird to have him this high if you probably don't even have him at all. But my fifth is MPJ. I got Michael Porter Jr. as my fifth best player. And three straight back to back to back 30 plus point games, helping Denver secure those victories. With Jamal Murray coming back tonight, obviously he's not getting as much. He's not getting that touch like he used to. But I feel like through the small window of opportunity he had, he took the best advantage of it. And I just feel like because me being an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, seeing the efficiency along with how he played against us in that game, I was pissed. But I was like, wow, this dude is really like that. And while we all knew that he had the potential to be what he's doing, he missed 4 shots. And so he's being very smart about his shots. He's taking the best of his opportunity that he has, and they're making use of it. And I feel like he's going to be a big piece to the Nuggets in their playoff run.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, you're right. Is why I don't have him that high. You said this was your number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Joel Embiid. Now, to me, I don't feel like he was the best. I still don't feel like he's the best in the league. But as of right now, he's literally playing the best. Like he's literally the best big in the NBA right now, in the NBA bubble. He's averaging 33. He's averaging 5 assists. He's averaging 14 rebounds with 3 blocks and 3 steals.
Yo, can I ask you a quick question?
What's up?
Yo, where did you find the stats, bro? Because I couldn't find them shits. Yo.
I'm gonna send you my source. I'm gonna send you one of my sources after the joint. Know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep
bro,
it.
because
I mean,
dog,
they're not
like,
up. They're not updated. So I had to do a little calculations after the game. That's why I asked about the Sixers game and see what happened. So yeah, these are
yeah,
his.
man.
Yeah, so those are his. His stats. Right. I told you I was gonna get analytical up here. That's why I kind of ain't
And
want
I'm
to.
not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
jealous. I'm jealous.
yeah, Joel's actually averaging 33, 5, and almost 15 with 3 steals and 3 blocks. Like I said, getting it done on both sides of the floor. With Ben going down, he played. Tobias got more touches, but he almost he had 20 and what was that? It wasn't. Of course, it was a double, but let me fact check how much he had. But while I'm looking, yeah, he's actually just been killing it. Like, if you run FanDuel, man, boy, I know you've been eating up Embiid, boy. He's an easy 56, 57 points. And the thing is,
Yeah,
he's doing it at
definitely.
his pace. It's one of them things where it's like, everybody was like, Ben and him can't play together. But now it's looking like, him and Ben at the 4. You see Ben now move out the way, give him the ball. You see, like, they kick it out for the 3 for Tobias and everything, but it's literally like the offense is literally getting ran through by him. And when you've seen, and believe this or not, Lee, you watched the game, but I don't think you really, I ain't gonna say you didn't pay attention, but every missed
Okay.
shot, Warren missed and B was guarding. Every, missed shot or, turnover he had, it was caused by Embiid. So that's one thing for him to guard, a smaller, small forward and, pound for pound the best player, he went out and did his thing. So for that, it's almost like, man, I don't think Embiid's getting talked about enough in these 5 games. Yeah, they're 3-1 right now. Too matter of fact, they only lost 1 game to TJ Warren. Everybody else they've been smoking. They beating everybody. So it's like for him to now really have to, not gonna say carry, but his running mate, his quote unquote running mate Ben Simmons is hurt. he's really gonna be the vocal point of this offense, which is nothing new to him. He's been doing it since the bubble. Heck, if you ask me, he's been the main scorers on that team in the regular NBA season. So yeah, for me, I feel like Joel Embiid's top 5. He rounds off the top 5 for me.
I love that. I love that. Damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was. I knew. Yeah, off of FanDuel off rip, I knew that Embiid was killing it, and obviously he has to. If he has to. If the Sixers have a chance, especially with Ben Simmons being out. My 6, it's a big man. It's a center, but it's not Embiid, and it's Yusuf Nurkic.
I feel that.
Yusuf Nurkic he's really coming on. Nobody expected him to honestly really come out as hot as he did, as quick as he is. Like because the way you see it is, I mean, this man obviously just came back in the bubble, first game since breaking his leg over a year ago, and that extra rest really helped him out. This man he's shooting threes now, so he has a 3 game now. He's obviously their best big man on the court. Hassan Whiteside has looked very weak. And he just pairs along with Damian Lillard really excellent. Like it's like they really haven't lost a step in their chemistry. And obviously, Yusuf Nurkic has been a big reason why they're winning their games, being 3-2, being in those positions, rebounding. He's what I don't know the averages, but I know he's averaging over 20, and he's definitely in the double digits in rebounds. He's averaging.
You good.
Yeah.
I got his stats. You know what I'm saying? He's in one of my. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make my. But he's in my honorable mentions. He's averaging the 22 assists and 3 blocks and 2 steals.
I about to say it's like 3 blocks and 2 steals. Yeah. So yeah, that's and that's it, and that's one of the reasons why that's why I have him 6. I can definitely see why you have Embiid over him. But again, the only reason why I have Yusuf Nurkic over Embiid is simply because they're a hungry team trying to get in the playoffs, and they now have the best chance to get that AC.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. My 6. But before I get to my 6, I did say, man, I was over here. My computer was getting kind of slow. I did want to see what Embiid's stats were against that last game against the Trailblazers. My gosh, isn't that messing up? But anyway, I think he had like 20 and 11, and I think he started out like 1 of 3 and finished off shooting, I think, like 50, 55, 60%. So it's like he's being efficient as well too. So it's like, yeah, like you said about Porter minding his shot. If it ain't around the rim, he not probably taking it. So yeah. So I think it also another side. I think he's shooting like 43% from the 3-point line. So he letting that thing spray as well too.
He is.
So for my 6, I got the boy, the young stunner itself. I got Luka at my 6, man. This man has been killing it. Did you hear what his stats were today?
Yeah, it was like what 30 something, like 19 and 14.
Yes,
ridiculous.
So that's that. He's averaging 33. He's averaging 33, 10, and 11 rebounds with a block a game. Their record, they're 3-3. No, they're 2-3 now. The only reason I have him so low simply is his fourth quarter numbers. Believe it or not, behind the Lakers and the Grizzlies and maybe Orlando, run them 4 teams. The Dallas Mavericks are actually one of the worst fourth quarter teams, and it shows.
Horrible.
It shows.
Horrible.
But
the Rockets game was right there. That's just an example.
Oh yeah. The Rockets just fell downhill with that with them just for a team that controlled the ball. They just couldn't keep up. It was almost like when James Harden turned it on, he got a couple stops, it was over. And it's sad to say they don't have that third score. And in the NBA now, you got at least have 3 bona fide scorers. At least. And that's they have two. They have two really good ones. If they get a third, who knows what they could possibly be. But until then, I feel like we're just gonna see them, struggle in the fourth. Don't get me wrong. The first 3 quarters, Dallas Mavericks might be the best team in the bubble right now. But that fourth quarter, that's the money quarter. That's where you make your money. That's where you show who really about to win or not, who really, come to play. So with that being said, I got him at 6, him averaging that block, once again I said within them first 3 quarters, getting that 33, averaging a triple double. I think he's the only person averaging a triple double right now. Yes, he is only average person. Well, that I see on my list, or and everybody else is averaging a triple double, and I think he is. And the thing is, it's a 33-point triple double at the age of 21, and I think him and the Big O are the only players that average. Or him and the Big O and Russ. My bad, Russ. The only 3 people that average a triple double, a 30-point triple double at that within the first 5 games. So with those numbers alone, and how he's just been killing it since he touched the NBA, I got him at 6, which is crazy that he's been doing that. He got him at 6. Like, that's tough. But the other 5 they've been horsing.
That's cool. That's cool. So you said that was your 6, right?
Yeah.
7th, I got Chris Paul. Chris Paul is one of the few people that's averaging over 21 and 7 assists. And he's one of 2 people. He's one of 2 people in this bubble that are doing that currently. I do remember that. I also know that. I mean, shit. Me being the fan that I am of OKC, this is like everything. Like, this is all non-biased, but he's still leading in the clutch points. He's definitely he's leading in, if I'm not mistaken, the steals as far as like in the clutch time and everything. Yeah, it's been a lot of times where Chris Paul, he like, we blew the Lakers out and we blew the Jazz out. So a lot of the stats aren't really showing, but because he's not in close games really. And yeah, the one close game that we was, and he missed a free throw in which we went to overtime with Denver and ended up losing with foul troubles. He was one of the 4 or 5 people with 5 fouls. So that one did affect us, but other than that, I really feel like his impact on the team has really been great. He's made Steven Adams look very different. Him playing off of Shea, that's still working well. He's gotten a lot of doing Chris Paul shit. Doing exactly what he does every year, a day. Game in, game out. Making his teammates look better and just leading us to success. And so that's why I have Chris Paul at 7.
I feel that. At my number 7, I got Luka's running mate. I got Kristaps Porzingis, which again, he's averaging 30, 10, 1 assist, and 1 steal, a block a game. Now, remember this, y'all. When's the last time we seen Porzingis play any basketball worthwhile? It's been what, 3 years maybe? In my opinion, I don't think he's like, I feel like that leg is still bothering because, when the fourth quarter comes, he manages his minutes. They don't say it. But in the fourth quarter, he come back in with 5 minutes left. Hopefully Luka and the rest of the boys can keep it close, and then he comes in. But he's averaging 30 and 10 in like almost 3 quarters. And he's getting money. Like I said, they're 2 and 3. Look, I'm gonna say this now. Anthony Davis, you got Yoke, you got Nurkic, you got, I guess we'll throw in B. You got Joel. Kristaps Porzingis is in that list with him, and I still to this day, like, his injury won't no little thing for him to be 7'2", and to him to still be out here running and jumping and playing defense, scoring at a vicinity. I think he's almost shooting 50 from the field and a little less than 40 from three. So yeah, and then like I said, he's getting that steal and block per game. So he's still doing his part on defense when he is on the floor. So yeah, I got him at 7. The only reason I got him not above Luka is for one, Luka's having a triple double, and I feel like Kristaps Porzingis. I'm not gonna say he only gets his money off Luka, but he really feeds off Luka's energy. Not saying it's not vice versa, but it's like when Luka starts going, the whole team really starts going. And the fact they're both averaging 30 on a team, that's ridiculous. They're both getting there, so that's why I got him at 7.
Interesting. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. My 8. Huh? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see. I was tripping. I was looking at my list totally different. My 8, I got Russell Westbrook. He's the running mate to Harden. Still highest scoring duo. In the league. They haven't stopped one bit. They haven't slowed down at all. Russell Westbrook he's continued to look really good. Like he's continued his play from the recency that we've seen in the regular season. Before the hiatus, he's still not taking any threes. He's going to the paint, still getting all his buckets in the paint. He just like Harden. He's also guarding 1 to 5. He's providing a lot. He's opening up more for his teammates than he was prior to the bubble. Robert Covington's getting a lot of open looks. Daniel House getting a lot of more open looks. Who else am I thinking of? Who else? I mean, of course, PJ Tucker, but it's one more
Did you
player.
say House?
I did. I think it's Ben McLemore.
Yeah, Ben getting his looks.
And even Jeff Green. They're getting a lot of more open looks.
Definitely Jeff Green.
Because Russell Westbrook is really playing. He's fitting. He's having in my opinion, even including his MVP season with OKC, he's having the best season of his career. And I feel like that just goes with the better fit in Houston with the way they play, their style of play, along with being with Harden. They've learned to play together again. And so not only is Harden being Harden in a way better way right now in this bubble, but Westbrook has also elevated his game. And he's taking on those challenges too, just as much. A lot of people out here they don't give Westbrook as much credit because he does have Harden, but Westbrook has gotten better playing with Harden than he has originally, and they're the two main catalysts for why the Houston Rockets are where they are. And I will touch on the Rockets a little more and just explaining a little bit more of my reason why I have Russell Westbrook at 8.
My 8, I got Devin Booker. I have Devin Booker at 8, and which is crazy because I had to go non-biased because if it was up to me, Devin Booker would probably be up there with TJ Warren. But the numbers of them 7 players and not saying just the impact, but what they're doing on both sides of the ball. Don't get me wrong. Devin Booker is a good defender, but I don't think he's a better defender. He hasn't been playing better defense than none of them 7 above him. And don't get me wrong. Devin Booker is averaging 28, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Devin Booker's been playing like fine. He's been aging like fine wine since he touched the league. He's been his numbers literally get better every year. With today, they go into 5-0. Yes, they beat the Miami Heat. He went for 35. And guess who scored all 2 minutes? You guessed it, Devin Booker. And another reason why I feel like he's in my top 10 at 8, he's missing another catalyst score with, Kelly Oubre. Aiden's coming along, which is great for him.
Uh-huh.
His pick and roll offense is, getting great. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people won't know this, but unless you're a Devin Booker fan or you pay attention, he went to go to Chris Paul. He went to Chris Paul's house over that summer last year and walk on that off-ball and on-ball defense and the pick and roll. So just in case y'all didn't know, now y'all know he's been working on being a point guard more too because don't get me wrong, Rubio's a great point guard. But for how he plays, he gets double a lot. So he has to know how to, work out of the double, see the open man, run plays, and not only as a 2 guard, but come off as a 1 sometimes. Because remember that 1 year he did play point guard. So that's why his assist numbers look good, and he's still getting his. What led the Suns to, of course, I mean, he's 5-0. How does he not make the top 10 list? He's literally horsing this team together. Don't get me wrong. Aiden, Michael, and Ruby, they're doing their thing to help, but he's really literally the catalyst to this team. So that's why I got him at 8.
Cool. I feel that. Yeah, obviously, shit, I had the motherfucker at 3.
Yeah.
So
I ain't mad at that. That's one of my favorite players. You ain't gonna complain if you at 3.
I feel that. My 9th player. It sucks that I had him so low, but because he's the MVP of the league, I have Giannis at 9, and he definitely hasn't missed a beat. I think honestly, where I feel like I put Giannis a little below more than I usually would. I think it's more the consistency factor, and that could be due to Budenholzer resting them, resting him, Lopez, and Middleton. But it's like then you gotta also play in, like I said, the shit with Harden clamping him up and the way how in my opinion they folded that game, because I feel like Milwaukee should have won that game. Houston, they took off. Like Houston, like the Rockets took off. Like they literally a rocket. Yeah, literally a rocket.
Took
bro.
off like a rocket.
Yeah, they literally took off like a rocket. Yeah. And I think that's the reason why I have Giannis so low, because I'm so high on him. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and I feel I just feel honestly like he's putting up the stats. He's still doing everything he can. I just feel like the Bucks haven't been performing like how they should, and they've already clinched the number 1 seed. They don't have to play for anything, but so they can chill and everything. But if you ask me, I feel like they need to be playing at least somewhere, because if the Bucks, in my opinion, are the favorites to make it out the East, but they can also easily be beaten in a series by one of those upper tier teams in the Eastern Conference. So I feel like they need to just keep on gelling and meshing. And I feel like even if it's not all Giannis' fault, his play has somewhat, in a sense, looked not as efficient as it usually has, even though he's still putting up the crazy stats. But my props still go to him. He's still the MVP. He's still averaging his 30. He's still averaging. He's still one of the best defenders, but he hasn't looked like the best defender in this bubble, and that's another thing. Yeah, the pull-up threes are definitely getting better. He's starting to lay Westbrook out that jank though, just pulling them janks though. He's starting to shoot them janks a lot. I'm not mad at it. I like it because, I mean, why not shoot them? I mean, you got a chance of making them.
When you start making them, y'all need to start worrying for that hezzy that come next.
That's gonna be the scary thing.
When he start freezing them with that hezzy and take that 2-dribble take off, it's a wrap for y'all.
So he's my number 9.
Well, I'm gonna get my number 9 and 10 out the way, because honestly, you can place them either way, because I'm gonna just read off the numbers. And know what I'm saying? It's the Clippers. It's the Clipper boys. It's the Androids. I got Android 2, Kawhi at 9, and I got Android 13, Paul George. Look, Kawhi's averaging 27, Paul George averaging 26. They're both averaging 4 rebounds. They're both averaging 4 assists. They're both averaging 1.5 blocks a game. And Paul George averaging 2 steals, Kawhi's averaging 1. They got the same record. They on the same team. Literally, you can interchange them either way if you want. But it's the simple fact that they can take off at any given point. And it showed. And they do it in less than 30 minutes. We seen Paul George. Me and Lee, when did Paul George go for 9 in a minute?
We didn't even. Yeah, bro. That was the craziest thing. That was the craziest thing.
The step back of Alonzo.
Yeah, man, that thing was crazy. All we did, we had a conversation And
9-0 Paul George.
tune into the game. Not even 3 minutes into the game. This man has 9 points. I'm
It's
like,
like,
damn.
and like you said, this the Paul George they traded.
That's the Paul George they traded for. That's for sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's he's so far in the bubble behind TJ Warren. He's the quickest. He's been scoring 10 or more points and get this league. The man's been scoring 10 or more points less than 10 minutes. I had to
Yeah.
look. I had to look at like we watched that 9 in a minute, but now it makes sense. 10
Yo,
and less than
I ain't even. I believe you because I wouldn't even had to look that up. Yo, I just be seeing. I'm like, yo, why this nigga always going off, yo?
like
I'm
he
like,
scored. What was it? He
dang.
scored 28 in 26 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say that game on his stats just got overshadowed by TJ Warren's 53 that night.
Thank you,
So
TJ, and thank you, Paul George, because Paul George, you had because J.I. and my cousin Mike both had you, but I'm glad I'm glad y'all went off so much that y'all got arrested. TJ, I had you in the fan duel, so I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
and then you had Kawhi. I think it was the other night to go off in like in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left.
Yeah,
That man,
he was looking trash until then.
like it looked like he cut the Android, but like they really cut him on, and it was just lipped off. So like I said, you can entertain those two either way you want. So yeah, that kind of rounds off my top 10 right there. I feel like number wise, impact on the team. I guess you can say a little hype if you watch the games. I get excited for stuff like the watching, someone go for 10 points less than 5 minutes because it's not like they playing 3-on-3 and they playing make it take it. He's getting the ball back off defense and score as soon as possible. So yeah, I feel like my top 10 is it's solid. I can see why your players I understand why yours is like that. I understand why you had Devin Booker at number 3. Honestly, I had Devin Booker at number 2 at one point. Then I had to look up these numbers.
Yeah, bro. I tried my hardest. I tried it, yo. I did some searching, yo, and I really could not find like these stats, yo. They really don't have them out there like that.
I'm gonna see you why I got him, and when you see it, you're gonna be like, wow. That's the only reason my top 10 is really the way it is. Because I remember I was at work thinking, all right, you got Russ, you got this. Then I looked at I said, no Russ. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry,
feel that.
no shade at all, Russ, but nah. So
I feel that.
So yeah, who you got at 10?
I'm gonna say my temper and on my honorable mentions.
All right, I'll take
My
mine.
10th is Luka. I got Luka to round out my top 10. Simply because of everything that you said. He's still averaging with his triple double. Their only problem is that they need to close out these games, but they're in every single game that they're playing. If Luka can learn how to close out these games,
They wouldn't have lost the game.
yeah, literally, they're good. And I feel like I feel like Luka's the type of player that this is going off of predictions, but I feel like he's gonna go off. A lot of people are like, "Yo, come on, Luka has no playoff experience," but I mean, when he gets there, it's not gonna change for him.
It's the same way I feel like with Devin Booker. Everybody
Yeah,
says, "Oh, he don't have no experience," or he's used to touching the ball. Nigga, if you let him touch the ball less and get him to the playoffs, he's gonna be more efficient.
yeah, and keep in mind, like you said, it's just a 2-man like offensive punch really with them over there in Dallas. Been hurt. Tim Hardaway Jr. hasn't, he ain't been scoring like how he should be. Porzingis has to play the 5 right now. And Dorian Finney-Smith ain't doing shit. Um, so Luka's literally doing everything, him and Porzingis, they're doing it all. And I just got to tip my hat off to him. 3, I got 4 people in my honorable mentions. 3 of them you have in your top 10. I got Paul George and Kawhi. Simply for everything that you said. I think the only reason why I don't have them in my top 10 is because of the players like the surprises, the Michael Porters, the TJ Warrens, the Yusuf Nurkic's, and then you got the people who like Chris Paul who ain't putting up the flashy numbers, but it's still like I say, he's one of two people that's averaging over 20, like over 21 and 7, assist wise. And
Another reason why I've had these players in this top 10, if you look at their regular season numbers, it's not a drop off. This is like this is a no a day at the park, another day at the job. Don't get me wrong. He didn't want averaging 40. If you're out of your mind, if he's not top 5 best player right now, I don't care what nobody says. Devin Booker leading to the Suns to 5-0. You're out of your mind if he's not top 10 right now. Michael Porter Jr., I want to see him do it for the rest. That's my only concern.
and that would be, and that's why I'm okay. Like if someone told me, "Come on, Michael Porter Jr. is not that high," I'm okay with hearing that because I'm like, you're right. You know, we only got a small sample size, but we're talking strictly bubble. So and I feel like that's the only argument. But if you want to talk about what is he going to do in the playoffs, what is he going to do moving forward, I can't sit here and tell you, man. He gonna keep it up. I can't tell you that because he ain't no James Harden. He ain't no Damian Lillard. He's no Paul George, Kawhi. He's not those people. But yeah, I got Paul George and Kawhi right there in the honorable mentions. Everything that you said, all their they're averaging the same stats. Everything's identical. They're still winning games without their fully healthy rosters, which is great. But we kind of expected this, though, if you ask me. I feel like we expected it. So it's just great that they are still showing up. Like, that doesn't take away from it, but shit, a lot of people got them winning the chip, so y'all better come. The majority of people. Embiid was my other player that you had in your top 10. That's on my. I did not know he was averaging 33. I did not know that. That made me think. I was like, wow. But I stuck to my list. But I definitely did some. I definitely did some shuffling in my head after you said some stats about a few players. But I wanted to stay true to my list. And then just take the L. Take the L with people gonna say.
I wouldn't
But
even call it taking an L. Know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where, like, I even asked. I said, "We just going by this or this?" Because, like I said, I was never. I wasn't thinking about no Embiid. If you would have, I had the slim joke up in there. Honestly,
and it's crazy because I had Embiid in my top 10. But why did I take him out? I don't know. I was just thinking about like, oh, this player been averaging similar numbers too. It's just the impact that he's had is different. And I think because the Sixers are still trash.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Like that's like they're still trash, and I think that's one of the big things. I feel like that was my argument. The difference between the Nurkic and the Embiid. While Nurkic had better players, like all together, because you got Melo, you got CJ, you got Dame, you got Zach Collins. If Nurkic is in trouble, you still got Hassan Whiteside who can provide some solid shit. Gary Trent is coming out. Anthony Simons is slowly coming out too. So, you know what I'm saying? They got more pieces than the Sixers do, but I mean, the 76ers, when are y'all going to get right? Like, I mean, y'all got an excuse now because Ben Simmons is hurt, but y'all don't even play well together. So I'm expecting Embiid to honestly get better.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, for one, let me take a small shot. Shout out to my girlfriend. She kind of helped me with this list. I ain't even gonna lie to you because it was one thing. Like, I knew she didn't know the name, so I would just give her the numbers. And she was like, within 5 games. Like I remember I told her Embiid's number. She was like, okay, so how is he not? Like, he has to be top 5. She said she didn't have to hear nobody else. She said 33 and 15, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I don't care who it is. She was like, "That's top 5," and she's right. She's right. You have 33 and 15 league. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna give you 2 steals and 2 blocks on the other end. What?
Yeah.
What? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but Embiid was probably the only person that made me like, oh, damn. And I need to move Embiid in my top 10. That, like, when you said, I was like, dang, I need to move Embiid in my list.
And then he got the 5 assists with it.
Yeah, shit, Ben Simmons. Like, where you at, nigga? I mean, I know you hurt now, but where you been at?
I'm the point guard.
Yeah. And my last honorable mention is Anthony Davis. He ain't been looking too high. but he ain't been trash either. Not every game. He been on and off. I put him as an honorable mention because, like, even opening night, Braun when I have won that game without him. Braun was obviously the one who got the putback layup and the one who guarded on the last possession. I feel that, but it wouldn't even been the game if it weren't for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see but the reason why he don't make, you know what I'm saying, his stats are still looking good. The reason why he don't make the top 10. LeBron's out, AD played, they get blown out by the Rockets. They play the Pacers tonight. AD has like 8, and like 3, bro. Shooting 3 for 14. So it's stuff like that. Like who the hell is CJ Warren guarding him? Like who the fuck was guarding AD? Because I want it.
TJ Warren was guarding AD.
Yo,
Harden might have to be bumped into.
Yo, it had to be Paul. It had to be Miles Turner because if it was CJ Warren guarding him, AD, no excuses, bro. Yeah. No excuses. Even Miles Turner shouldn't be doing you like that, even though he's a good defender. Come on, now you should be the best big man in the league. Period.
I feel I got 6 honorable mentions. I'm gonna just go from the top. Some of these actually were in your top 10. First honorable mention, Michael Porter Jr. 26, 10 rebounds, two steals, and a block and a steal a game. Come on, man. The man just got his start. Man walked into the starting 5:30. Oh, I'm starting again, 37.
Man.
Oh, another start, 20. Like he's building his consistency, and Will Barton, that bench looking real nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless I was talking this with my dad.
MPG at the 4.
Not even MPG at the 4. I mean, maybe. I mean, I was talking to my dad. I was talking
about Will Barton at the 2.
Because Gary Harris is trash.
Yeah, that nigga got a bounce, yo.
Gary Harris is so trash.
I was telling people, put Gary Harris on the bench and start Monte Morris alongside Jamal Murray. That's what I was telling people.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
The only thing is, you gotta have some type of bench scoring, and Gary Harris ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, maybe him and Bo both come off. Bro, you have Bo and Michael Porter coming off the bench, bro. That's ridiculous. Like that's a big team.
Yeah.
Yeah. My second honorable mention, I got Nerd. Man broke his leg, came back averaging 22, 4 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals a game. That man said, "What broke leg?" I mean, if you think about it, when he actually came back out of surgery,
he was walking.
Cuz was
walking.
That man is Superman. Man, what we got Gordon Hayward as Captain America. We found the Superman now. This was no problem.
Blessings to that being a clean break. So it was easier to heal.
And like you said, he came back from a broke leg starting.
Yeah, he's making Hassan look weak.
Hey, I can say if I come off the bench for somebody that just broke a leg, but nah, bro, that ain't cool. And the thing is, trash. You gotta be for the other big man to be like, well, no, you gonna be the 4. You coming off the bench.
And Hassan was having a good season too. Leading in blocks and all of that.
Yeah, they said it's cool and all, but he said that's cool, but I'm averaging 3 blocks. Oh, you was getting 2 a game? I was doing 3. Shit. Oh, you ain't getting no steals? I got 2. Oh, all right. So
that's wild.
My boy, one of my other favorite players, mentioned Slim Joker. He's still getting used to the body. I'm telling everybody, he's still getting used to the body. He's averaging 21. 7 rebounds, and yes, people, he's averaging more assists than rebounds.
Oh, so Jokic is the only other player. Wow. So it's Jokic that's the other player with Chris Paul.
Exactly. The point guard, the point center. We heard of the point forward. He's literally a point center, and he's averaging a steal a game. Yeah, he's not going to be your best on-ball defender, but he has good hands. He's always in the passing lane. IQ is amazing. I remember someone saying Rondo, Chris Paul, LeBron, yo, and honestly, that sounds about right if you really think about it, because his awareness on the court, his ability to get the ball up the court. That man, he's gonna start. I'm telling you, Leak, the body coming soon. He gonna dunk on somebody soon, and you already know I'm here for it.
You
He gonna
think
catch the body soon.
you think
That's
Rondo got better IQ than LeBron and Chris Paul?
no. I'm just saying that one the order, but just them four names.
Oh.
No order, no order, no order, no order. It's just Rondo's been having an IQ since Kentucky, so it's
Yeah.
like on the bench, off the bench, he's always been. He may not have been the best teammate, but one thing he know about doing is basketball. We can say that. But no, I don't think he has a better IQ. Honestly, if you ask me, he might have the third. Yoke might have a better IQ than him, honestly. But that's another conversation for another time. Coming at the Yoke, I got Westbrook. 26, 7 and 8, a steal, a block a game. Going off what you say, he's going 1 through 5. He actually gets a block a game on centers.
Yo, I was telling yo, I think I was telling Mike, bro. I was like, yo, Westbrook is their best big man. I was telling him that. I was like, Westbrook is the Rockets' best big man. He was like, how he the best big man? He a point guard. I was like, bro, he is. I was like, yo, it's sad that that's the case.
Harden the 4, Westbrook's the 5.
Yeah, I was like, yo, it's sad that that's the case, bro. But what? I was like, Westbrook is their best like defending big. That's what I said. He's their best defending big man other than Robert Covington. I was like, but yeah, Westbrook's gonna be their best big man because he's gonna be the one to go get the boards and he's gonna do all the dirty work for these niggas.
And still get his 25
Uh,
with 7 rebounds. So next off these stats alone, he's in there. I ain't even gonna say nothing after this stat. Chris Paul, 21, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal a game. He's shooting 40, 50, 90 from the field. And I ain't talking about no little 40, 50, 90. We're talking 7, 57, 93. Those numbers. There's only one person have numbers like that from the field that high. That was Larry Legend. So off them numbers on, Chris Paul's automatically honorable mention. Honestly, with everybody else I just said, he would be number 11. Chris Paul would be number 11. Because
go ahead.
Yeah, that 40, 50, 90 at them numbers, and like you said, him being the clutchest player, and it's crazy. Them 2 free throws Chris Paul missed. Chris Paul ain't missed 2. That one free. I think he haven't missed a free throw like that in what 6 months. The only person shooting better free throws than him is Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton hasn't missed a free throw.
You know what's crazy? You know someone who hasn't missed one?
Who?
I don't think Nurkic has missed one. I think he's 19 for 19.
Yeah, I think I might be wrong.
But yeah, as far as the bigger sample size, yeah.
Yeah. But I was just saying. Well, I was saying from the guard standpoint. Yeah. But yeah, them 3 players were the best free throw in the last player. It's crazy thing because there's so many other players. Like why I gotta go Jimmy B. Jimmy B's 19, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks a game.
3 steals and 3 blocks. Damn.
No, don't get me wrong. He hasn't played in a while, so them zeros gonna add up. Them zeros go.
He ain't played in some shit, but still.
But the last time he played, those were his numbers, y'all. You can fact check it because I checked it. I had to look because when I saw that 3 blocks and 3, I said, "There's just no way." 3 turnovers maybe, but 3 blocks and 3 steals. So that defensive presence, that leadership, and he's averaging less than 20. But them 6 assists, so he's getting his 19, getting his team involved, and going out to guard the best big man, the best center. So, yeah, and the leadership's going down to Bam. His scoring is going, and going into Tyler. His leadership's going into Nunn. Like his presence around them my Miami young core is flirting. The fact that we picked him up, it means a lot. to me having such a young team and having that leadership going. So yeah, those are my players for my honorable mentions. I feel like those stats they are putting up within them 5 games says it enough for them.
I love
So
it. I love
yeah.
it. I love it because as far as like, I guess if you want to say our 15 players apiece, we're all like, we all have the same players, just in different order. So I
Oh
like it,
yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely not far off from each other at all. So that's definitely good to see. I want to get into surprise bubble teams, both good and bad. I want to start off with the bad teams. I only have one bad team on my list. No, I have two. The Lakers. Um, they're not looking good to me. A lot of people can say that, a lot of people say, yeah, playoff Braun, Braun just waiting. I hear that, they got the number one seed, and so they just chilling. Yo, I hear that, but yo, other other than Braun and AD, bro, like first Braun ain't been looking too high. AD's been looking like the best player if you ask me, and then after Braun, bro, it's Kyle Kuzma. Other than that, bro, Dion Waiters ain't been looking too good for real. He, he's sometime, but he is playing better defense. J.R. Smith, I don't think he getting his shots for. I don't think he getting a chance. Quinn Cook ain't looking good.
Too
JaVale
busy playing video games.
playing Madden and shit. Uh, Yeah, so I think the Lakers are honestly very disappointing. They got blew up by my Thunder. They got blew up by the Rockets. They barely beat the Clippers. They just lost to the Pacers. Like, yeah, you can, what I'm saying? They lost to the what they did? They only win that one game because they lost to the Raptors. Damn, hold on. Hey, I didn't even think about it until I just said it. Yo, the Lakers they played 5, 6 games and won one or two. Yeah, you can say first seed locked up, all that. I hear that, but their bench players are gonna have to come, and because LeBron and AD can't do it by themselves, especially when you got a Kawhi and Paul George led Clippers with more people, and they're still finding ways to win
Lakers are
without their
two and
bench players.
four.
2-4. Who was the other team they beat? Did they beat?
Uh,
It was the Clippers and who? I feel like it was a weak ass team.
I think it was the Jazz. I think it was the Jazz to lock up
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
so
was
yeah.
the Jazz, bro. I'm not gonna say the Jazz are weak, but they're
No, they
doing.
definitely weak. I'll
But
say
I'm
it.
about to
Donovan Mitchell, you're
say,
trash.
hold on,
Trash.
Donovan Mitchell's so different today. He's
I
so
don't,
different
I don't
today.
care. I don't care. I don't rock with that man. I knew
Oh,
I knew I shouldn't rock with him because his nickname. I knew it was a reason I couldn't rock with the 4-5. I knew it was a reason, but it's cool though. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell. Keep doing your thing, player.
my other surprise, bubble team in a bad way. I can't even say it's a surprise, honestly, because this is I called it, but a lot of people say it's a surprise. The 76ers. Like I've never been high on the Sixers, yo. I just don't think they play well together, Ben Simmons and Embiid. I just don't think. I don't think Brett Brown is coaching the right way. Like I don't think and then Ben Simmons' play has diminished since they moved him to the four. Like he hasn't been doing everything that he's supposed to be doing. Because and Shea Milton is not offering a good enough piece at the point guard. They don't have enough shooting. I don't even know if Tobias Harris is on the team because I ain't seen shit from him. Joel Embiid's their only player. It looks like it's like it's Embiid and company. They ain't even playing my boy Mike Scott. Is he hurt? Cause
Yeah.
okay. I did not know that, but yeah, bro. I don't. Josh Richardson trash. I just he's supposed to be their third. I know he's supposed to be that. He's supposed to be that scoring that streaky person. He's supposed to be that streaky player for them, that streaky shooter. Like, okay, Josh Richardson, he can win them a game because he'll hit about 5 threes in a game type shit. But he ain't been doing that either. And like I said, it's not a surprise to me, but the Sixers, it's just not it for them. And Ben Simmons being injured now, possibly missing the whole bubble because he got to have surgery on his knee. Prayers to him. Hope everything's well with you, dog. But yeah, Lakers and Sixers are my disappointing teams.
I only have one. I mean, to talk about. I mean, when the Lakers wrapped up the first seed. I don't know if you know this league, but I get everything that you're saying. But every team that usually lock up the first seed, they don't play no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody playing no more. And so what I think is going on, and I'm a hope what's going on, I think they're trying to find that next best five after the
No,
starting five. Or
yeah, go ahead.
or who can come off the bench and give them that spark, or who's going to play that defense since Bradley not going to be there. So that's why I think that they're still trying to figure out that, for as much as I can say, because they pull out Anthony Davis in the third quarter. He don't sniff the floor until maybe 10 minutes left in the fourth, and then they take him out when it's like 5 minutes left. So I'd be like, yo, what are y'all trying to figure out? Or y'all just know the game over. So same way with the Bucks.
I feel that because I was talking to the PS4 party last night, and we were saying, I feel like what the Lakers are trying to do, they're trying to get the other people used to playing without Braun and AD. You know what I'm saying? Because because they're gonna need that in order to be successful in the playoffs. So I do feel that, but I don't feel like Braun and AD are playing. And I feel like that's where the problem is with me. Like, them niggas are sometimes, and I know they'll turn it up in the playoffs, but will everyone else? That's my question. Will Kyle Kuzma be this Kuzma in the playoffs?
Kyle Kuzma going dumb.
Yeah, he is going dumb. Is he gonna be that player in the playoffs? I really want to see. And speaking of Kyle Kuzma, just on a side note, I don't like that comment he said, bro.
What did he say?
Some real Lakers fan was with us when we missed the playoffs. Bro, come on. Now, you played your rookie year without Braun. Your second year, you had him, he got hurt. And then now y'all, bro, you ain't been there long enough to be talking about people missing playoffs.
That man said, "Here the first seed for you."
Yeah. Like, what, bro? Yeah. If it weren't for Braun and AD coming through, bro, good and damn well y'all be sitting at home with the Hawks and shit. Like, come on now, Cooper. Don't try and flex like you Jordan Clarkson or somebody who you know what I'm saying, who had been through the struggles and now successful, even though he with another team right now. Yeah. Like, come on, you ain't been through the grind like that, dude.
Well, my disappointment team is the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are my disappointment team because, man, I just knew going into this. I said, oh, what? They're locking the eighth seed up quick because they're going to know he need to. Man, they looking like, who want the eighth seed? Y'all want it? Oh, y'all want it. Because I don't know if I want it. And it's like, you can tell that everybody's like, everybody's jittery. The only person that wasn't jittery was Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson was like, give me the ball. Y'all move out the way. And sadly, oh my God, now that one hurt me, and I'm not a Grizzly fan, but that's my dog. I love Jaren Jackson. Even the so-called rookie of the year, and I'm going to say this now, Lee. If they somehow still get in the AFC without this man, Josh unanimous, bro. He gotta go unanimous.
I think he unanimous already, for real. If you ask me.
I mean, I feel that, but this just the ice. This like the icing on the. This is just the icing. Definitely. Like, my second best player goes down, and I still get it done. Where's my trophy? So and he hasn't been playing that well either. He's actually been smoking at the rim. Like, he's been tweaking at the rim. So that's my disappointment team, is the Grizzlies, because I had a high ceiling for them. I didn't think it was gonna get this close.
And it pisses me off too.
Yeah,
because
the Suns are 2 games away. Devin Booker. What if DB don't lose? What if Devin Booker don't lose?
Yo, that'll be wild. No, hold on. They gotta play the Thunder. They gonna lose. They gonna lose at least one.
Nah, we lost to them. But you gotta lose to them.
But the way y'all lost. Y'all played them?
We lost today. I just say he went for 35.
Oh, that was on y'all,
bro. He went for 35 and closed it out.
Oh, I didn't know that was on y'all, bro. I'm teed, though. But but I'm teed though, because the Grizzlies lost every game until they beat us.
The two swaggiest players.
Bro, I don't like that, because we had an 18-point lead on them and then lost by 20-something. I don't like that.
We had a 23-point lead against the the Bucks and lost by what, 15?
Yeah, but yo, that's the Bucks and this is the Grizzlies.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You up by 23.
Yeah.
Finish the day. Finish the
Yo,
damn game.
I don't like that, bro. Like, yo, the only thing I can say is we had one center in this game, Nerlens Noel. Both Muscala and Steven Adams were out. So Steven Adams was the only one. And yeah, you don't got Jaren Jackson, but you do got the Tolliver, you got the Brandon Carr, you got the Valanciunas. So it's like, he had a hard ass time. So that's the only way, because we got out rebounded like shit. It was like 50 something, like 30 something. So they out rebounded us like a bitch. So that's the only reason I can say why we lost. But there's still no excuses because they don't have Jaren Jackson. And I mean, it's like one center versus, but that's their second best player. And best player in the bubble, honestly. So, I don't know, bro. That one really hurt me because I really expected us to win that one. But hopefully we bounce back against the Wizards tomorrow. And we should, if we don't beat the Wizards, I'm going to be really pissed because, the Nets and the Magic locked up the 7th and 8th seeds. So the Wizards are here just to be here. They don't even have a chance of making it no more, bro.
Yeah, believe it or not, the Hornets passed them in the record already. The Hornets ain't even played.
So, I'm going to be so pissed if we lose sit-up tomorrow. Yeah.
They gonna come out fine, dope. The Shabazz debut.
I'm not losing to those Shabazz debut, bro. Hey, we Napier, bro. It's GG's, man. It's GG. But my surprise teams in the positive aspect. Number one, well, I'm giving them a tie. I'm gonna go Indiana Pacers and Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker, man. This nigga hasn't lost. And like you just say, if he goes undefeated, bro, come on now, man. This dude is really he's really in contention. Like right now, every team is in the play-in tournament. And I gotta give it to the Spurs too, because they're doing way better than I expected as well. The Pacers looking better. They didn't have Oladipo at first. They didn't have Brogdon at first. They don't have Sabonis right now. And yet they're still finding ways to win games. And so I got to give it to them. Houston Rockets taking off. They're different. They're definitely different. They're looking like the biggest threat in the Western Conference to the LA teams. And I just got to give it to Harden and Westbrook for that. And my last playoff good team, the Portland Trailblazers. I knew Dame won't going out. I knew he won't going outside. But this nigga is on some other stuff,
That's my dark horse now. Because if they get in, who the want to play that?
I hope they get in because I know they're going to give the Lakers a hard time, and I do. I just can't wait.
Give LeBron a hard time.
You don't want that. You want LeBron to get the cruise by until he get the Clippers. Hell
Y'all be hating.
Nah, bro.
I'm
not hating. I fuck with bro, but
the 2019, 2020.
Everybody can't have a pretty good first round, but the number one seed, bro. It's like that's typically how it goes. But nah, bro, the Lakers can't get that,
Portland grabbed their first seed and got swept. They was like, what?
Yeah, bro, I don't hear them niggas. Yeah, hopefully they don't get swept this year.
I only got one surprise, and I agree. I'm gonna stay true to my list, like you said. You saying what you said. I agree on all that. If I had to pick two, it would be the Pacers, but the team that hasn't lost yet, Devin Booker. Like I said, Devin Booker averaging almost 30, but the team around him is getting it done. Aiden's going stupid. Aiden's fulfilling like the player they drafted. And it's crazy. Yeah. And we were thinking, I said, bro, what if they would have drafted the Luka?
But
now that I think about it,
he's gonna be one of those players that's like similar to I guess not as good, but similar to like how people think about the 84 draft. Like, yeah, Hakeem went number 1, but Michael Jordan was in that draft. He was third. DeAndre Ayton was number 1, and Luka was third. Like, niggas are like, people aren't gonna be mad that the Suns chose DeAndre Ayton over Luka. It's gonna be the people like Marvin Bagley. They're like, yo, why did they choose Marvin Bagley over? Like, people not gonna be mad at the Ayton because Aiden is provide. He's looking solid. It's just Luka and Trae Young are different. That's just it. Luka and Trae Young are just different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're already all stars. But that don't take away from DeAndre Ayton being a deserving number 1 pick, especially looking at the recent number 1 picks. I mean, Zion's looking like one, but then you got Markelle Fultz. Who was before Markelle? Oh, Ben Simmons. Damn, I can't even say nothing about Ben Simmons. But but I mean, but still though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I feel you on that.
It's just been the team play around Devin Booker. They've came together and was like, all right, let's actually try to help this man now before he pack his bag. And one thing is crazy, and my brother told me this leak, and I'm surprised no one else told me, but it made me look at myself in the mirror. My brother said, for someone that always talked about Kobe, you love the most Kobe-esque player in the league right now. I said, you know what? You got a point. You got a point. Because ain't nowhere in the world, bro. Devin Booker's in my top 5. Might be in my top. Nah, he can't be the top. Them top 3 niggas been there for a minute. But Devin Booker's definitely in the top 5, bro. And what he has tattooed on him, and what he puts on his shoes is like, the man literally loved Kobe to death. Like the signature he put on them shoes that what he wore on that 70-point game that Kobe signed, he got it tattooed on his arm to be legend. Like the not just be legendary, but how the signature Kobe wrote. He got that tattooed on his arm. All his Kobe 4s and everything he writes be legendary, and it's just I don't think he hasn't wore a Laker or Kobe shirt this whole bubble. I don't think he hasn't worn one. Like
I'm about to say, yeah, he been wearing that jam. He been wearing them jams every day.
And the thing is, them joints all they hard. All them
Yeah,
joints hard.
yeah, they are hard.
So yeah, Devin Booker's been looking real Kobe-esque for a long time now. And it's just, this is his first time playing meaningful basketball, and he has not shied away from the light at all. So shout out to him and the Phoenix Suns.
Cool. What you expect to see moving forward in the bubble?
As in like to the bubble to make a return in the regular NBA season, or like how play. I can say this: it's gonna be in the playoffs when the bubble starts. It's gonna be more scoring. I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually put up 150, 160 points in a playoff game, because people are going to the line more. It's quiet in there, so they hit the refs are hearing them. So it's like they're getting to the free throw line more. Got people not missing free throws in that jump.
Yeah. It's a lot of it is a lot of high scoring games, and it is also a lot of overtimes as well. So like we had 2 double overtimes today.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, that Jay, and then what's the other overtime game? It was the Mavericks game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mavericks.
Luka said no.
Yeah, man. Yo, that's crazy, yo. Yeah, it's a lot of good games, man. I think moving forward, we will see. Yeah, like you said, bro, a lot of higher scores. I think we'll see just more eyes on the actual play because they're not distracted by fans. Like you said, more fouls are being called, so the refs aren't as distracted, and then you got the players being more focused and in check with the game and stuff like that. So I do feel like we'll see a lot of more foul calls being called, even if they're ridiculous. The refs are definitely. Plus, it's playoff basketball. A lot of people say playoff basketball ain't like the players play more. Do you think that's still going to be the case?
To a certain extent. to a certain extent, but at the same time, you know how I say a certain extent because I feel like this. Them late game fouls they starting to call now in the fourth for game winning shots.
Mm-hmm.
Depending what game it is, I feel like they might let those go. In a regular season. But at the same time, if it's like a blatant obvious foul in the with 3 seconds left, I feel like they'll call that.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone is gonna hit that. Someone's gonna score 60, a high 60-point game in the playoffs.
Who you think gonna be the first person to do it?
The first person to score 60?
I already got my pick.
Shit, it might be hard, bro.
Yeah, that's my pick.
And it's gonna be hard. He might get 20 free throws.
Yeah, if it ain't Harden, who would I think other than Harden?
Bron. I'm telling you.
No.
All right.
No.
Now look, when Bron look, y'all.
No.
When Bron go for 60, y'all know what to come and take the obvious
lead.
85 minutes in. Just I'm telling y'all, I wouldn't be shocked, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, I think it might be hard.
Yo, it's gonna be really wild me saying this. It's gonna sound crazy for me to say this. I think if it's not Harden, who it's gonna be is Russell Westbrook, because it's like, and I'm not saying it's crazy in the sense. I don't know if I'm saying it's crazy because they play on the same team. That's the only reason why I'm saying that it's crazy. I know Westbrook can definitely do it. I feel like it'll be maybe Westbrook. You can get Giannis in there, but it's gonna be a close game for Giannis in order for him to do it.
They're going a couple overtime.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't say Luka either. Luka's still gonna play me. Plus, you still got Porzingis.
My second would probably be Dame over Westbrook.
You think so? I was thinking about that. I feel
Man.
like CJ gonna have to score something, and Dame, it's like I can easily see the Dame doing it too.
But then Dame scored 60. What's his career? Isn't it like 60?
It's at least 60.
And I think that game CJ had a nice 30 himself. So it's like he still got his, but Dave was like, this my show today. So yeah, I feel like it would be hard in the Dame because man, you gotta take Dame from the inbound. Cause he's liable to pull that joint anywhere. So I feel like it'd be more fouls, higher scoring, faster pace. I'll say this. Either we get that 100, 150-point game, or we get one of the lowest playoff game scores we ever got in NBA history.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I said either we get 100, if someone scores 150, or we get one of the lowest scoring NBA playoff games we ever had.
Are you telling me which one?
No, I'm just saying it's not gonna be in between. Is either one of those are gonna happen.
Oh, lowest score? I don't know about that one. You talking about as a team?
Not as a team, a team the score is being low. At the finals would be 70 to 70 something at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean it's still not gonna be that low. I mean, is it gonna be one of the? I don't know, man.
Oh, I said playoff. I'm saying in playoff is not just regular season, but
yeah. I don't think so. I think they gonna be scoring.
I feel that.
I don't see a lot of games going under 90.
I feel that. I just feel like, it's the bubble. TJ Warren scored 53, so I'm like, all right, anything could happen. So I feel like niggas might not have a great scoring game one day.
Yeah, true. Very interesting. So, what do you think, with this bubble experience for the players? How do you think other sports can take? What do you think other sports can take from it, and how do you think it'll impact other sports?
Maybe try. I mean, I know. If anybody's been watching NBA, I know you've seen that overcast of where the basketball games are held. I know y'all seen the diamond, the soccer field, and all that. Because if it ever, knock on wood, if it ever happens again, Disney's like, look, y'all know, this. Honestly, You know how good it, we say it's good for the NBA. But this is also a good leading example for Disney. Like, look, just in case something happens, I know y'all got the money. We can have it down here again. Y'all saw what the NBA did.
Yeah.
So, it could be a good, a good, gateway for everybody. Like, okay, NBA did well. Let's try the MLB. Let's try football. Well, you know what I'm saying? It could lead, something for that. I don't see nothing negative happening because one of the things where push come to shove, something happen, what to do again. You know what I'm saying? So there's that.
Um, I feel like it's easier said than done because basketball is one of the few sports that don't really have a lot of like they can condense their player cycle. This is what 15 to a roster max. Only 13 are suiting up. They can condense their level, like the amount of coaches. You got other teams like baseball players and football players who have 50-man rosters just for the players. And then you got position coaches like, for the NBA, you just got like head coach, assistant coach. That's pretty much all you would need, honestly. Like you got actual position coaches. Like it sounds good in theory. It's just really hard to put it into like actual works. Like I did say something like the NFL could try this, but again, I don't know how well it would work. Like they could have because obviously everybody can't fit in Orlando. Shit, you ain't gonna have basketball, baseball, football all in Orlando.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I feel like what I think they should do for football, but I don't know how they would do it. But they should know because they've had more time than anybody to figure this out. They've been in the off season ever since this pandemic started. The basketball had their season cut off. Baseball was just starting their season. So the fact that the NBA was so quick to do this and the NBPA, Chris Paul and all the other people was on board, that's a big ups and downs. But I feel like the NFL though, what they should do is have a few set stadiums, like the popular stadiums. Like let's say we get the Dallas Cowboys, that stadium we get like just all popular stadiums. Let's say we get the Cowboys. Let's say who else is a high like NFL team like
Going to
the
Miami.
the Dolphins. You think so?
I mean, I'm just thinking about ones that had the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Oh yeah, you got the Cowboys. Let's say I will even give it to the Colts, honestly, only because their combine is held there every year. So yeah, that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I say that. Let's say maybe like 3, 4, 5. Let's say about 5 or so football teams have their stadiums be the host of all games, and they hold like the NFL instead of all games being on a Sunday, they hold it from Friday through Sunday, and they hold games like that. Like let's say it's 32 teams. It's going to be an average of 16 games a week. So that's at the most, 16 games at the most. So let's just say throughout the day, they do it kind of like NBA where you got games throughout the day. It's just really separated. And you just separate that through those 3 days. Like, let's say you got 3 games. Like, let's say you got 5 stadiums and you got, let's say that's just one game. Let's just say one game per day. That's 5 games. So throughout the 3 days, that's 15 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that way everyone gets tested for COVID throughout those days, like on that day, like they get tested throughout that whole process. And those people are in those cities and they're constantly getting tested. But again, that's still harder in practice than it is said. So I know it'll be difficult, but if you're going to have a football season, in my opinion, that's the best way to go.
I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I rock with that. You know what I'm saying? NFL, y'all better listen to that, man. Man, bringing y'all some money.
Yeah, facts.
I ain't mad at that idea. I like that. Hey, wait. Not hurting me nothing. As long as I get to watch them Colts play, that's all I really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that way because that and we still got football spread throughout. But then it's also the problem because while high school football is canceled in a lot of areas, college football might still be a thing. And so the NFL is really in a really sticky situation. I don't know what they're gonna do because they haven't even been talking about it. They just keep talking about releasing players and signing these people. Like, okay, you signing and releasing people, but what are y'all
When the
doing about the
game
season? Yeah, it's like, yo, like what's it? Like in theory, the preseason should be started already.
Yeah,
So
oh
what are
yeah.
y'all? Yeah, so what are y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Roger Goodell, what are you doing?
Everybody putting these threads on.
Yeah, it's like we want to talk about the Washington football team. Like, okay, let's talk about who they're playing, like when they're gonna play.
Everybody got their schedule and everything, just don't know when.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, we just wait. Y'all, people getting fined for missing team meetings and team, OTAs and stuff. All right, y'all getting fined for that, but when are we gonna play? Like,
Who's
so y'all,
saying?
yeah, y'all going about it as if everything's gonna be regular, but that just doesn't sound realistic for 2020. And how are they gonna have a bubble for the next season for the NBA? I know they said something like they might, but I don't know, bro. COVID really, they really shook this shit up.
Take heed.
Yeah.
Real life take heed that jump. But yeah, I'm not mad at what you said, but then that's really good. You know what I'm saying? You open my mind to it. I like the idea. I'm not mad at that idea. Really, really, really good idea.
Yeah, I just feel like as far as the NFL is concerned, that's the best way they could go about it. The only reason I say Cowboys because they're America's team. I say yeah, like I said.
Anywho.
Hey, 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 hey,
Oh
hey, hey,
no.
you lucky I shouted y'all. I only shouted y'all out just because y'all have the combine over
Oh
there at
no.
Lucas Oil every damn year.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, so I figured that's an attraction that they go to every year. Why not? I mean, shit, special over there. But I mean,
oh
hey,
my
hey,
god.
hey. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? You know
Who
what
are
I'm
you?
saying? But even if they did want to do it like that, if you wanted to have it where, because Texas has two football teams. California has, shit. Let's think about that. You got the Raiders. The Raiders in Las Vegas now, but the Chargers and the Rams. I think
49ers.
yeah, Chargers, Rams, 49 because the Rams are having their own stadium opening up this year. So you got Chargers, Rams, 49ers. Is that it?
Think is it?
Yeah, you got that, and then you got two teams in Texas. You got was it two teams? You got a few teams. You got three teams in Florida: Tampa Bay, Miami, and Jacksonville. So you know what I'm saying. You got a few teams in one state. So it's like even if they didn't want to do where it's like different, they could do. Okay, half the games are going to be in Cali in those three stadiums. The other half is going to be in Florida. Those three stadiums. Do it like that, and that way a lot. It's a condensed area where a lot of teams and the players are still going to be in the same vicinity to get tested and not be exposed to as much danger. But I don't know, NFL, y'all figure that out. Y'all need any help? Y'all got us to help you. You know what I'm saying? We'll help
Of
out anyway.
course.
Just make sure you slide us a nice check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't work for free.
Fact. This dick ain't free. But,
Oh yeah. That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, man. You got anything else you got to say?
No, I guess we good here. Oh, I do.
Go
Next
ahead.
time, I do want you to start asking. We are gonna. We're gonna have our stuff. We're gonna by the time we probably record next time next week. So we're gonna see if once again if Phoenix will go undefeated.
Yeah.
If any stats change, if any players, hopefully no players get hurt. Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully no more. We've seen a lot of injuries already with the
yeah,
Jamal Crawford, Ben Simmons, Jonathan Isaac, Jaren Jackson.
yeah.
That's too much,
They already.
Yeah, like we're only like 5 games in, and not
Yeah.
even for a lot of teams.
Yeah, we'll start. And next time, we'll start talking about, we'll start talking about what teams need to work on. What's their strengths and weaknesses? That what we could do too. We
I
could
like
talk about
that.
strengths and
I like
weaknesses.
that. I like that.
So yeah, we'll keep that in mind and everything. And oh yeah, what I want to try next time is, since we're talking about the greatest players that we've seen. We should talk about what what Curry needs to do to become the best point guard ever, or what LeBron needs to check off this resume to be the greatest ever, or what can Durant do to become when he comes back or Kawhi. So I feel like we should have that little conversation. You could ask me some questions, I run you some, and see how we can go from there.
I like that. That might mess up be a 2-hour special for y'all, man.
Hey, y'all brought it up.
Yeah,
Cause man, like y'all think the LeBron conversation with Jordan is deep. That Curry one to be better than Magic, y'all, that's deeper than what y'all think it is.
Yeah, it's a lot that goes into that. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we gonna definitely speak our mind on that one.
Cause that might be, don't get me wrong, the Jordan one, that's of course, we're gonna talk about that one because that's talking about the best player like ever. But that point guard position, that might be an hour in itself because
yeah, facts.
Magic was stupid.
Yeah, and also guys, we're soon enough. I'm not gonna say who, but we'll be bringing on some special guests very soon. Yeah, we might bring on some special guests next episode to help us out. To help us out with this one.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna bring on some people, man. I already got I want to shout it. I want to shout it out real quick, but James and DB, they said put them, they'll hop on. Hey man. Love them boys, man. If y'all did not know, I'm also a part of a podcast with those two people I just mentioned, Without Boundaries. And JR right here, he was a special guest on one of our episodes. So make sure y'all go check that out.
Go run them boys up. They doing great things over there. Hopefully y'all never know, I might make another appearance on there. Hold on.
Hey, y'all be on the lookout for that, man. We just did a recording and we just dropped a new episode about Black women as well, and y'all just have to check that one out. It's definitely worthwhile. It's amazing, and I love to be able to be a part of this podcast along with being a part of Without Boundaries, and it's just fun, being able to talk about everything I love, from sports to social issues and just everything in the world. It's really fun to be young Black men, having the voices that we can, speaking our voices about sports, the way J.I. and I do. It's fun being able to talk about political and social issues. It's fun being able to speak my mind and not feel like I'm going to be crucified for it.
Facts. Oh, like you said, I ain't got nothing left. Yeah. You got anything?
No, I'm good, man. We done ran it up. We done ran it up one of the night out there.
Lord, me. Hey, look,
we gave y'all an hour 40.
Hey, look, man. We don't be intending these to be long, but we just get to talking, and that's it. Y'all know how it be.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it.
Let us know what we need to know. What I'm saying we need to cut them out. Y'all want to hear more or what? Y'all need?
Let us know. If y'all want shorter times, if y'all want longer times, what y'all want us to talk about. Just give us feedback on everything. Everything. We appreciate it all, good and bad.
Oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I guess it's out from me.
Yes, that's out for League 2.
All right, peace, love, and hair grease, y'all.
All right, y'all be easy. Appreciate it.